Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays. Some random game on the internet. How exciting. And today, as I'm sure you can see, we're going to be playing Rome, Fate of an Empire. Designed by Joe Clipful of Radiance fame. Radiance, the Kickstarter, Game Found. I've got to stop saying that. The Game Found is 8 days left on Radiance. So next week, we're going to do a Radiance playthrough right before the campaign ends. See if we can get a few last people interested. One final push. Great little game. But in the meantime, yeah, this turned up. This is Rome, Fate of an Empire, the Deluxe Edition. And this is a cool little box, but in a really funny sort of turn of events, that shipped, and about 2 days later I got the shipping notification for this one, which is Heroes of the Sanctum. And they ended up going the same boat over from SMC, from Send from China. And I was watching them sort of come over on the same boat, and they both arrived at the Australian thing at the same time, and then arrived at my house at the same time. So that was great, little treat. Mossy's taken those Heroes of the Sanctum and putting them in a box for me to open on Christmas Day to be very surprised with. So I look forward to. I'm really excited for that. Actually, really excited for that game. It looks like what Space Hulk, the card game, would be like if it was or Death Angel, Space Hulk Death Angel, the card game. If this game was, if it was a bit more refined, that's what Heroes of the Sanctum looks like. Colin from the Meet Me at the Table did a playthrough a few months ago of the comic book campaign, the first chapter. So yeah, I'm really keen to play it. I'm going to be super jazzed. It looks fantastic. Yeah, really excited for it. Anyway, I think it's good to not really think about those things, the games, in the little time in between you buy them and then they turn up. You got to just be able to set them to the side and not think about them until you start seeing them on the boats, and then you start to get excited. Otherwise, you just do your head in. Grim Coven was a bad one for me. I was really excited about it when they said, "Oh, we're shipping now," and I just started reading rule books, looking at videos, doing anything I could to get myself jazzed for it. And it was still 2 months away. So I was watching the boat and doing all that stuff, and every time I think to myself, why are you doing this, Deno? Like, you've got many good games to play. Go play those good games and stop thinking about this other one. But yeah, we like what we like, don't we? And there is a bit of fun in, sharing that experience with others and talking about when's it going to arrive and seeing people's comments. I've got a shipping notice. Yeah, that's exciting. And then that excitement pans away to resentment and frustration that other people have got it before you. And you do often see the worst in people when that happens, but not me. I'm very happy about anyone getting a shipping notice. It's always great. So look, the next Leviathan Wilds is getting played on the channel next. That'll be either tomorrow night or Saturday night. I literally was unpacking this today and putting the errated cards into sleeves, and I was looking at all of the bits and bobs, and I thought, we'll just play that tonight because it's out. But yeah, we'll be doing Leviathan Wilds on the weekend. I'm going to try and convince Mossy to play it maybe and see if we can do a recording with Mossy, but that may not happen. We'll see. So this game, yeah, I did 4 playthroughs of this game when it arrived. Or when I picked up a copy, which was about 6 months ago, and it was immediately a smash hit. I think I did 6 games, maybe 5 games if you include my practice plays, and yeah, I just said immediately, this is a fantastic game. This will be in my collection for a long time to come. I'm really excited to play it again tonight, but it has a lot of rules for a small game, so we may actually get some rules wrong. So if that happens, I apologise. I'll do my best, as I always do. Anyone that has noticed any recent videos, you may have seen that I've pinned any comments that have rules errors, things that people have noticed. Yeah. So if you don't know Rome Fate of an Empire, it was heavily inspired by Mage Knight, one of my all-time favourite games. But it takes the sort of core concepts of Mage Knight and adds into it the trappings of the ancient Roman Empire. And here is the ancient Roman Empire. Look at it in all its glory. This is us. It's representative of our emperor. And each of these other spots are territories. These little tiles here are part of the new deluxe edition upgrade. These are the enemies, so they've now got crazy little dudes on them. For no reason other than it looks cool. And they cover the card art, so it's maybe just a little bit more visibly recognisable, which I think is good. And then additionally, these are now double layered, and this is a really cool one. You actually slide character cards in and out of here. I like that. That's cool. And then these are also double-sided, so if you want to have it running up and down, you can do that. So yeah, triple-sided. So cool little production. Very excited to have the full version of this. I did also get playmats. I'm probably not going to use playmat. Playmats are hard to film with sometimes. The Grim Coven ones were really good for filming because they helped organise everything. But they're also quite small and modular. The playmats for this have a little bit less modularity. So. And the way this game works is it's a deck builder. You use your deck of cards to move around the map, build developments, fight enemies, negotiate trade agreements, and so on and so forth. All the while trying to achieve some edicts. So we have to decide what type of game we would like to play. And that is in this book. So a short game, a standard game, etc. My last couple of games of this 6 months ago, I was playing on hard difficulty at a standard game. I think I might have even done an expert at standard game. Yeah, I was an absolute animal. I don't feel confident that I've got the repetitions to be able to pick this up and just go. So we're going to play a short, easy game. Which means we are looking for 3 edicts, 2 partial edicts. Great, so that means we deal out 3 of these edicts, and these will be what we need to go for on our things. So the Roman wall, defend Rome, the Great Fire. I can almost certainly tell you that we won't be doing this one. Those are strife, I don't like strife. Defend Rome and the Roman wall. This is a pretty hard one for us as Marcus because he does not do military very well. So maybe we'll try this Great Fire because I've never done it. So I start with a strife in my deck, and then there's also strife on territories orthogonally adjacent to the capital. You may not use abilities of territories when you develop them. Take the strife into your discard. By game end, you must clear all strife from your deck. So that's fun, as well as build down the bottom of the Roman wall. Oh, we just need to clear it all from the board, actually. Okay. So strife here, strife here, strife here, and strife here. Fantastic. So those are our edicts. I'm going to keep those just up here next to my melon, so you won't be able to see them. But yeah, so these will be the starting cards that we can purchase. A lot of water cards, and I haven't set up a zoom for this. So, and these will be the starting. Oh, I love an early farm, a fountain, a armamentarium. Oh, I love a farm. Oh, there's another farm. Okay. We could be on for a farm strategy here. I like to place these this way so we can read them. So what I'm going to do now is just set up some zooms, because this was a pretty spur of the moment decision. I'm enjoying just picking up and playing games that I feel like at the moment. It's pretty awesome actually. So let's put this here. Yeah, let's go this here. Okay. Top down. So all in all, exciting week. Let's add a browser, add existing, enemy board. No, not that one. We'll remove that. Let's try this one. There we go. And we'll just zoom in on those. Perfect. That's my face. All right. So if I press this button now, that should fade away. Look at that. All right, and then I just want to set up a second one. Copy, paste, and this one we want down here so we can look at the cards that I am playing. Perfect. Shouldn't need any other little jobbos. Excellent. All right, we're ready to go. So easy, short. So we only get 3 rounds, and we need to complete 8. We need to get 18 points. Do I need to do both of those? I'm pretty sure I do. Short game, 3 rounds, easy, 2 partial edicts, start with 7 gold. So we need to achieve both of these objectives: build the Roman wall, develop all territories along the southern border, and then clear off this strife from the board. So that one's a problem with the 2 of these combined, but we'll see how we go. It'll be a bit of fun anyway. So our hand size for Marcus is 5. We have 2 movement, we have 0 population, we have 3 influence markers, which is nice to start with 3. We have 2 trade agreements. These are the new deluxe chips. And his special rules are: as a star action at the capital, you can reduce a bonus track by 1 to increase another bonus track. These are bonus tracks. So that's potentially a useful ability. Now those little asterisk abilities are you have to spend the development token. Once a turn, spend a influence in your pool to add a second influence to a development that already has one. So you can have 2 developments on, 2 influence tokens on a development. Pretty strong. And finally, the negative one is actions that cost helmets cost you more helmets. They're an extra, so that's anything. That's fighting or whatever it might be. So he's just not a very fighty guy. So we're all about building developments and looking to negotiate trade agreements. So how can we do this best? Let's start by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This deck we're just going to place here, so it should just be in camera shot, so you know I'm not cheating. But let's have a look at the cards we have got to play around with. So this is his unique card, Meditations. Pay 1 of any resource to double the played for its basic action. Pay 1 of any resource to double the AP. To double the AP generated by another card played for its boosted action. Okay. Discard a red attribute card to get 6, or discard a non-red attribute card to get 5 or 5. Interesting. Merchant, 2 or 2. Okay, so I definitely want to build a farm. The only way I can build a farm right now, I mean I can build a farm over here, so that's going to gain me that. So you will get the benefit of that, I assume, when you develop that territory. So that's my goal, I think, is to put a farm on that territory, and then we'll be fine. So I think I can do some pretty cool stuff. And what does that get me? That gets me a wisdom, which will get me another influence, which sounds great. Okay, so it's all coming together. Equal to our power. We don't have any power right now. Alright, so I'm going to use my merchant card for movement. I don't need to be on that to develop it. So maybe I won't do that just yet. I'm going to spend 2 gold, 1, 2, to build this farm, or take this farm into my hand rather. And then to build the farm, I need to spend 6 science. I think it is this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 1 of any resource, 4, to double the action points generated by another card played for its basic action. So I'm going to play this, discard a red attribute card to gain 4, or discard a non-red attribute card to gain 3. So I'm going to discard this one, and then because of this card, that's actually going to be 6, which is what we need to build the farm. So we'll build the farm here, which is going to gain us 2 iron. Thank you. Because of the resource deposits, and when we build those, they go into our discard pile. So the strife is in our discard pile. These ones are all spent. I'm not getting anything out of those. So I've still got this, and some gold left as well as some influence tokens. There is another farm which is going to move down, so we're going to be able to buy that for cheap. Do I want to buy a fountain though? I could buy a fountain, and I could actually play the fountain right now. I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 2 gold to buy this fountain. Oh, I just remembered when I built the thing, I'm going to gain an extra wisdom. That gets me an extra influence. So I've spent the 2 gold to buy this one into my hand. And then I will spend a brick that we just obtained, which will gain me 3 of this one. And that will... Is that a wisdom as well? It is a wisdom as well. Geez, I'm very wise. Oh, I've got a great plan already. Reflect. If adjacent to a development that produces water, up to twice a turn, you may pay 1 to gain 3 water. So we're going to place this here. Doesn't do any water as yet. That strife also goes into our discard pile, which is suboptimal, but that's fine. So that's been spent. So I literally just have this card now that I can spend. Discard a card to gain 2 resources of that card's colour. No. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place an influence token on the capital. I'm going to spend my wisdom went up again, but I'm now going to spend that token on the capital to decrease my wisdom to increase my stability. Now the reason I'm doing that is because of this great fire. So we need to develop, we need to get rid of all the strife, and to get rid of strife from the capital at least, you need to either spend 4 to return that card, or while on the capital, wrong button Deno, you can pay 1 gold to return strife equal to your stability. So I have got some stability now, I have 1, so that's good. So I'm now going to use this card as a movement card. And that's going to allow us to move 1, 2. And we will move... Do I want to spend 1? Yeah, I'm actually going to spend 1 of these to place a second development on the capital, which I can do because of this. And then I will place this next one on the... Moving 1 to the fountain. It's going to reveal this enemy and this enemy, who I'm probably not going to do anything about. And I'll place 1 on this. So I can discard a card to gain 2 resources of its colour. G'day, slangers! But that will be all for this first turn. And I'll leave those 2 influence markers there, where they are. These 2 come back. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'll move down to that territory down there. No, Twitch is for painting now, mate. Twitch for painting, YouTube for gaming. So that way people that are just interested in my toys can go on Twitch. Yeah. So that was our first turn. We mark this across. Oh, hang on, I'm going to gain a gold to buy, spend a gold to buy one of these cards. This art, I think. It's not really a useful one. Yeah, no, we'll take it though. So that goes on top of our deck. So this slides down, this slides down, these all slide down. We will add an aqueduct. Oh, that's what we need, isn't it? If adjacent to a development that produces water. Yes, so the aqueduct produces water. So that is glorious. We need another farm. We're going to start our gold generation. It's going to be wonderful. And we'll draw ourselves back up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll add this card here. Pretty much every turn I want to be buying a card at the cost of gold. So if we look over here, I can now exhaust this to discard a card to gain 2 resources of its colour, or I can exhaust it to gain 3 science. And science is what you use to create trade agreements. So that is pretty cool. If I end a turn with this here, I can trash one of those. Interesting. Look at our cards that we've got. So we've got Mercuralia, Onager, Pottery. Alright, so we need, for the farm, we need 2 gold. We don't have 2 gold right now. So we need to get some more gold. We can take a loan from the capital by borrowing if we want, and that'll get us the gold we need. This chariot we can use for movement, which is probably good. I do want to build that fountain. Where do I want to build that fountain though? I think I want to build the fountain here. Or the second fountain rather. Yeah, spend 2, sell crops. Alright, so I want a trade agreement here, but it's useless if I do that now. But I could just spend 1 of those to get a trade agreement. The farms get me gold generation. That's a different fountain, is it? Yeah, it is a different fountain. Alright, so that fountain is very easy to buy, but I need to spend 3 gold for it. And that's not ideal. But I definitely want to buy this farm. So this will get me the farm. But I need the gold. So I'm going to flip this to gain 2 loans. 1, 2, over here. So they go into my discard pile. I get 4 gold out of that. So we go up to 5 gold. A lot of bad cards in our in our discard already. Always fun. And I'm going to buy this farm at a cost of 2 gold. And then to build it, I need 6 of the technology symbol. I have this token that I can flip. That gets me 3, spending that there. And I then need 4. So I think I'm going to spend it on, well, I'm not sure. So I want it potentially here. Yep, I'll go there. So I don't gain a benefit out of that one. And that was, so I needed to either pay this, I think we'll pay this card and spend a gold to get the leveled up version of that. So that's done. I still have these cards. So I'm now going to use this as a movement action. And because it's a chariot, we get a bonus movement. So we actually get to movement 3 out of that card. Reduce your stability by up to 5 spaces, gaining 1 capacity and 1 gold for each space reduced. Huh. Yeah, so if I was to spend my rock, I could use that. And that will allow me, yeah, okay. So when I built that farm, we're going to level up our wisdom again. We're now going to move, so I think we're going to move 1, 2, place out an influence token there, 3 to there, and then we can sell crops on this one to gain gold equal to the number of farms adjacent to this one, so we gain a gold. Then we're back here, and we can spend 2 gold to get this musician, which isn't that much good to us. But this public appearance is probably pretty good for us. Resolve resting leader. Yeah, so I think we'll spend 2 gold to take this public appearance. We're going to have a little bit of a gold engine happening now, so we don't need to worry about gold as such. And then we're going to pay a brick. I'm actually not going to take that card just yet, because I can build this fountain by spending all 3 of the gold, 1, 2, 3, yeah, all 3 of the gold on this fountain, and spending my brick to play the boosted action of Mercuralia. That allows us to gain this, which is 3, which allows us to build the fountain, which is very nice. And we are going to place the fountain here adjacent to that. When we build that, we're going to gain another stability, which gains us a 3rd trade agreement, and is going to make our ability to remove those strife cards far more effective. And that's it. An aqueduct would be great too. Alright, so yeah, resolve resting leader actions. There isn't one. These come back. 1, 2, 3. Discard all played cards. So I've kept that art card in my hand because I could gain more capacity out of that. So we didn't get to add a card to our deck, that's fine. We'll keep that in hand. 1. Yeah, the coins are cool. 3, 4, 5. Move this along. Yeah, they look awesome. I think I've set this up, haven't I? Yeah. I'm actually not sure if these came in the game or not, because I bought this game from another dude, and he had these with him. I feel like they are, but I'm not 100% sure. But they're so cool. Ching ching money. Here's a pound. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Why have I got a Strife card? Oh, because I have one in my deck. Is that right? Yes. All right. So we're replenishing these. I've made this as tight as possible so you can all read the cards, but that's definitely not good. All right, this gazebo is attractive because it's again increasing our stability. But if we get one more wisdom, which we get from this aqueduct, then we get another influence token, and I think that is what I would like to achieve this turn. However, I only have that, and I have no gold, but I can get some gold. Once a turn, spend one in your pool to add one to a development that already has one at your leader's current location. So we can... Ooh. Alright. I'm going to spend this. We're also going to then spend one in our pool. Which one are we going to use for movement? Yeah, I'm going to flip this for a gold. So we gain one gold. -2 to the cost of buying an advanced attribute. Crazy. And I need one more gold. You may cycle a card from any market. 2 of that. Does that help us? No. The insula's not bad. Oof. I need to put an insula over here. Or here. Actually, it doesn't matter. There might be better. So I need to get some gold for that. It gets me population. Interesting. I do need to give myself victory points. I've got 6 victory points so far. I haven't fought any bad guys. Yeah, I might need to fight some bad guys, but... Draw 2 cards. Discard a red card to draw 3 cards. Alright. So let's use our physician card as movement. This is an interesting turn, I think. So we're going to move to the fountain. We're going to place out that. That costs us 1 of our movement points. And then the second action, we're going to move up to the fountain. To there. Perfect. And then we're going to flip this to gain a food. We're going to flip the... no. So this reflection, if adjacent to a development that places water up to twice per turn, you may pay 1 food to gain 3 water. So I'm going to pay 1 food to gain 3 water, and that's from our fountain. And then, because this one's got that here, once per turn you may pay 1 water to gain 3 brick. Fantastic. I've done all my moves, and neither of those cost us our action to do that. What we can do now, though, is flip this to do -2 to the cost of buying an advanced attribute. And we'll buy this public appearance for 2, which goes to free. Okay, so we've used basically this card only for its movement. And now I can, if my leader is on a development, oh, that's fine, I can do this in between. I can spend up to 6. No, I couldn't do it in between. So maybe I need to use this for a movement as well. So if I use that for a movement, I can get gold, but I can't buy a thing as yet. So maybe I'm just going to draw a card. And I'll make that draw 2 cards by spending a water. And I bought that card so we know that I'm getting that, which is cool. So I could make that a 6 cost, but that doesn't help us. This one for 4 would help us to build another aqueduct. And that'll get us another influence token. So I can gain more water. Just need a gold. Yep, okay. So we'll do this as a movement. Ah, we need to move, that's the problem. If I move using this, three, I need 7. Oh, it's a tricky game. I love it. I need 7. I don't want to waste that. Senator card. I need the gold. So I can't build a development without the gold. I can't take gold. So the only way I can get gold is to do this, but to do that I need to spend this as a movement. So we're not doing that this turn. So instead, if we just spend that nowhere, discard a card to gain 2 resources of its colour. I don't need that. Gain 2 for every influenced development that provides that. I could use this as movement, and then that would let me buy the gazebo, but that's 3 gold, and I'm not going to have 3 gold. I'm only going to have 2 gold. Okay. I think we just need to take our losses. We're going to place this public appearance thing for a 2 movement. We're going to move 1 space down to here, and then we're going to play this card. We could actually just do that anyway. We could just level that up. Okay, I retract my comments. We're back here. We're going to spend the water that we've got to level this card up. Reduce our stability down to 0 to gain 1 gold and 1 capacity. 1, 2, 1, 2 for every point that we dropped it by. So that is done. We now have the gold to be able to afford to purchase this aqueduct at a cost of 2. So 2 gold, 1, 2, and we need 6 technology to build it. I'm going to flip this to get me 3 technology, and then this one I can do without spending anything, so I'll just flip that for 2 technology, and then I might as well do that and keep this senator. Oh, hang on a second. No, this could be a better option. There's always a better option in this game. So if I pay for the level up with that, that gets me the 6 that I need. Perfect. And then I can clear this strife if I pay this 4 water, or if I use this as a movement, I can gain 1 for each space your leader is away from the capital. Just by playing this, I need 4. My leader needs to be 2 away from the capital. I've got 3 movement. So I'm going to build this aqueduct here. When I build that, I gain another wisdom, and that takes me to a 5th influence token. And I can move up to 3 spaces. So I'm going to move 1, 2. We'll go here. We'll flip that and spend it for a water. And then we'll play public appearance. We're 4 spaces away from the capital. We're going to return that strife by paying 4. And I still have a movement point left, don't I? I'll go back to my farm over here so that I can set up for some more gold generation. Alright. Did I play that? I didn't. I could just play it to cycle a card from the market, but I don't have that many cards in hand, so I'll just keep it. This is going to trigger the end of the game, or the end of this round, I should say. So we'll bring these down, put that there. We'll bring these down, a little gazebo. And what have we got? We've got a hospitium. So I've got 5 developments built now. That one's worth 3 victory points as well, so I'm up to 9. So I can actually I can actually put level 2 developments out into the location now, if I want. Level 2s are hard to build though, but we've got some stuff happening. So unfortunately I have to play this plague. I can only use this boosted action on cards when his turn started in your projects area. So this goes here. Oh no. On turns it started in our projects area. It did not start in our projects area. So it's just a dead card. Can I get enough to buy this insular gold, I mean? Mingle. I would like to. I would like to. Insular gets me a population. That's not really much good to us. The stability would be nice. Okay, so do I instead try for a trade agreement here? We'll use one of these cards as movement. So it'll have to be the senator, I think. So I'll move 1, 2. First we're placing one of these here, 1 to here, placing that there. Don't have any strife. Irrigate. Fountain. See, I want that -2 to the cost of buying an advanced attribute, so I can just buy Fur Trader and add that to my deck. But if I have that on the capital, I can reduce a bonus track to increase another track, and that could let me get a 6th influence, which could be very, very useful. And then I could just spend another one of these as movement, and I could buy the gazebo, spending that for 3. Yep, okay, let's do that. That sounds fine. So we'll spend a second card as movement, which will be this one. So we still have capacity 3, which is nice. I'm going to move onto the capital, place out an influence. When you're on the capital, I can flip this to drop my capacity down by 1. I've already played that card for movement, so I don't have to drop the movement value. and I'll increase that to 6, which will allow me to get out my 6th influence. I can then move my last one here to the fountain, place out an influence there. I don't know much, but I know I love you. And then I'm going to move 1 down to here, place out an influence. And place out an influence 2 to here, and then we'll move to here as well. So that's our 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We've done the rounds. We've gone around the grounds of our wonderful little settlement here at Rome. So I will now spend some stuff. I'm going to be able to build a development. I can definitely build the gazebo. Which requires 3 of this, but I need 2 gold to buy that. I'm going to be able to get 2 gold, no problems. If we look over here, I'll exhaust this to gain gold equal to the number of farms adjacent to this one, so that's 1 gold. And then, sorry, I actually do it this way, that one gets gold. This one I'll spend to get 2 food, so that adjacent developments that produce food produce an additional food here. So that's great. And then adjacent, I can spend this to technology and pay 1 food to gain a gold. So I'm going to gain 3 technology there. I'm going to do that and spend a food to gain the 2nd gold that I need, which is excellent. So now we're back over here. We have the 2 gold, 1, 2. We'll pay for this gazebo. That's going to increase my stability, which is tremendous. And it's going to get me 2 points. So we're up to 11 points in the first turn. I haven't forgotten as much of this game as I thought I had, which is great. Now, do I go for the strife, or do we just focus on getting that bottom row filled out as quick as possible? I am going to also do some stuff here, because once per turn I can pay a water to gain 3 brick, and I can pay a food to gain 3 water. So I'm going to do that first. So I'm going to pay a food to gain 3 water, so we're up to 4, and then I pay a water to gain 3 brick, so we're up to 6. Then we'll trash that to buy an advanced attribute, which will be this fur trader. That goes into there, but we've already declared end of round, I believe. I'll double check that, because it'd be great to have 1 more turn. And then with this gazebo, I need to spend a brick to gain the leveled up version of this card, which gets me that to build that. So where do I want that? I think we just take the strife off, don't we? No, we can do that at a later stage. That resource deposits would be nice. Skill sharing, gain a red. I don't really need reds. So let's just place the gazebo here. No, actually I want to place a farm there so I can make that a double farm. If adjacent to a level 2 development, play 4 same type resources to gain 2 gold. We'll do here. And then if we want to build a level 2 development, it can go there, and that will be fine. 2 victory points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 victory points, and we leveled up our stability again. Excellent. Let's check the rules for what happens when you have no cards in your deck. I'm pretty sure that ends my round. End of round. Your deck is depleted, in which case you take 1 more turn and then end the round. Yep, excellent. So when we end the round, we trash everything here. And we're also going to trash these. And then we will lay out 1, banking, 2, 3. Oh, I love that abacus one. That's so good. The abacus is incredible. All of our cards are shuffled. All of our little things come back. We really need to get some power so we can get our hand size increased, but having 6 influence tokens to start round 2 is just ridiculous. I need to build some more things on Strife. Alright, so I'll take a level 1 sculpture, a level 1 an aqueduct. I don't really want that. I'll take one more level 1, a bridge. I do like bridges. It's the capacity that I need. Okay, the bridge is gonna be very tempting. Then we have a villa and an obelisk. So we're gonna save the level 2s evidently till the end. Villas may not be adjacent to the capital, but we get 2 population. Yeah, I'd like a villa. Villa down the bottom would be good. So we're back to the start of the turn. We're on to round 2. We have not yet built the Roman wall, but we're close. The Great Fire, we've done okay on the Great Fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's getting us a stability. I would like a trade agreement, so I think we'll focus on that. A loan and a second loan. Awful start. Any way to trash cards? That ballista has power equal to twice our wisdom. That is crazy. Okay, so if we buy the banking card, it's literally awesome. Okay, so I can use the boosted actions of up to 2 other cards, or I can pay 1 of any resource for 3. So I could build a sculpture. So I need gold. So one of these cards has to be movement. So it's probably Mercuralia because I've got water to burn. I've also got that to burn. Can I build a development this turn? If I use that, I can probably get an aqueduct, which would get me our 7th influence token, which is wild. Or I can build a sculpture. I can't get the bridge. I need 5 of that. And I need a movement. The other thing I can do so we need to spend cards for movement because we need to get these influence tokens out. And we need to get our farms crappening. I can get 2 gold, so I can build a sculpture. I'm just not in a position to be able to kill these little guys. I just don't think I can. So I think we need to take the strife out of the way. So maybe, oh yes, we could do that. So maybe this is just a turn to try and increase our hand size. Once a turn, spend 1 to add a development that already has one at your leader's current location. Okay, we'll just start by putting out 1 of these on the farm, and then we'll flip that to put another one on that farm. And the farms say, yep, perfect. Then we're going to spend this pottery as a movement card. That's movement 2. We're going to move up to the farm next to us for the first of our movement. We'll place our influence token there, and that is going to get us 2 gold. So we'll flip this and this, and then our next movement we're going to go here, place our influence token and flip that to pay 1 water to gain 3. No. -2 to the cost of buying an advanced attribute card. We'll buy that for 0. We have 2. We've used all of that, so we've still got these. I could now spend this card for movement as well. And that might not be a bad option. We can reduce a bonus track. Yeah, yep. Because we can also buy a development. I don't have any benefit in this, but it is a development, a sculpture. Gets me a stability, which gets me a 3rd trade agreement. I do need to build cheap ones to get the strife off the board. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend a water to play this for its boosted cost. I'm going to spend this for movement. I've got 2 movement. I'm going to move up 1 to here, place that on that. I'm going to move 1 across to here on the capital. I'm going to pay 2 gold to build a sculpture here at this location, which goes into our discard pile. And then when I built over that, I didn't gain any reward. I do gain a stability, and I do gain 2 victory points. So we're up to 13. Remember, we need to get 18 and complete both of our edicts. So yeah, so we've completed the first edict by getting rid of all the strife. However, all those strife are minus victory points. So, however, we are now on the capital, and if we get any strife in our hand, we can pay a gold to return strife equal to our stability. So that's fine. I'm going to get rid of those loans. They're going to go here. Would love to trash them, but I do not have the cash resources at this juncture. Now, do I flip that? Discard a card to gain 2 resources of its colour. That's technology. I'll keep that one on there, I think. I can pay a food, no. And so here, this one, I can just gain a food. If I did this the other way, this food gains an additional food. So I'm going to do that the other way, which was absolutely possible. Gain an additional food. Easy. Done. Draw cards. So all those come back. These slide down. These slide down. So this is a game that's all about, as I'm sure you've figured out, optimizing a farm. Oh, I need to get that farm so bad. Okay, how do we get that farm? What do we got? We got a plague. That's unfortunate. Senator, physician. We did get the abacus, so that's some gold for us, which is great. Well, the chariot's our movement card for sure. Do we have any capacity to build a bridge and get over it? I'd love to build a bridge. I need 5 to get me an extra capacity. So this is our movement card. So that's going to be a total of 3 movement, thanks to it being a chariot. That was 2 food, wasn't it? Yes. So I can, as an action at the capital, reduce a bonus track to gain 1 elsewhere. Yeah, so I could actually move up to movement 4. So I'm going to spend this influence at the capital to drop my stability by 1 and increase my capacity by 1. So that will actually give me a 4 movement in this turn. I've got 4 of these. I can't get that yet, but can I get the aqueduct? That is going to get me my 7th influence token. I can. Portable abacus. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to spend that to gain -2 to the cost of buying an advanced attribute card. That will be this patrician. And then I can spend a food here to level up this abacus, but I won't do that yet, or will I? 7 already, 2. So I can actually get that bridge. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend 2 of my stone to level this card up. Actually, I only need 1. And this, so that gives me a total of 5 of that. So I don't need to spend the food to level that one up. Instead, over here, I'll ready that, or I'll discard that to get a gold. And then I can spend 2 of that and a food to gain a gold. So that's what I'm going to do. Milling support. I'm going to spend a food to gain a gold, but I also need to spend 2 of that. So I'm going to spend a water to level that one up. So that's used. That and that is going to pay for the bridge. So we're going to pay for the bridge. The bridge goes there in the middle. Actually, we probably put the bridge up here, don't we? Get rid of the strife. So thanks to the bridge, our capacity's moved up by 1 and we've gained 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3, and our capacity is now 3, so we're going to get to movement 4. Strife card goes into our deck, and we've finished the Great Fire. Well done. Now, if I spend a food to level up this card, and I can cycle a card from the market, I can flip over 2 influence tokens, so I'll do that and that. That needs to have an active influence token for me to get the bonus food. So I'll just gain a gold. Again, I'll buy another attribute card at the cost of 2. So we gain 1 gold. This one I could gain food. I don't need to gain food, so I might just keep that. This one, I can pay 1 food to get 3 water. I don't need that. I can discard a card to get 2 resources of its colour. I don't need that. Am I any chance of getting... No. No, I'm not. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to leave that there for next turn. So we've spent all of these resources. That goes away. These go away, and I can buy 1 more card. I'm just going to buy banking for free, basically. Yep. Return one load from your hand or discard pile at a cost. Yeah, that's what we need. So this slides down, this slides down, this slides down. We get this and this. Was this our second turn? Yes, so we're actually here. The plague, a plague on all your houses. So one of these goes here. So we need to get rid of that early, but we can do that. Okay, so drawing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to use a card for movement. Meditation. Art. Banking. Can build a villa now. I've heard it's lovely this time of year. Do I take a level 2? Let's put a level 2 on the table and see what we get. We get the Colosseum. That's 19 culture to build that one. Seems unlikely. Unlikely. 19. I could actually do that this turn, I think. I don't think I can do it this turn and have enough gold. I actually probably could. Let me let me work this out. I could pay a water to draw 2 cards. So that'll get me more resources to play with. Okay? So let's assume that one's done. I definitely want to get rid of a thing, but I could use that to just buy the villa. And that'll get me 2 population, which would allow me to do that. But I don't have any brick. Fine. I can then pay a water to reduce your stability by up to 5, gaining 1 capacity and 1 gold for each space reduced. So I would get 1 gold, so that puts me at 2 gold. Okay, I've got 2 other cards in hand. I'm going to be able to get gold from my farms, which would get me to 4 gold. And I think I can actually do it. If I build the Colosseum right now, it gets me 12 victory points, which basically ensures that we win. It moves my stability up twice, my capacity up once, and I can use it to gain that equal to twice your stability. Oh, this might be just an absolutely wild play for round 2. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. All right, we're spending a water to draw 2 cards. Now, if either of these cards comes out as a strife, it probably puts the plan in difficulty. Both of those are absolutely glorious. Okay, so now I need to... If your leader is on a thing, so if I can move to here, or the gazebo rather, if I can move to the gazebo, pay 1 on 1, then my leader is on a space that creates that, so I can spend up to 6. Oh my god, I think we can do this. Oh, this will be an absolutely crazy turn. So I need the gold, but I can get... How much gold do I need? I need 4 to buy the Colosseum, and then I need 1 for this. And I've got the food in train. So I need 5 gold. And right now, I can spend up to 6 of that. So if I gain a water, I can spend 6, so I can get 3 gold from that card. Okay, okay. How else can I get water? Once per turn, you may pay 1 food to gain 3 water. Okay, okay. So I just got to step this out. So I'm going to place this here. I'm going to flip that. No, I'm going to play a card for movement. It's going to be banking, isn't it? Oh, that's okay. I'm going to play a card for movement, which is banking. And our current capacity is 3. So that's okay. I'm going to move 1 to here. I'm going to place out another influence marker here. And I think I need to move to here and place out another influence marker here. Okay. Or do I go here instead? An advanced attribute would be great. But I don't feel like I need it this turn right now. Do I though? Maybe. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to flip this. I'm flipping this one first for a gold. Takes me to 2 gold. I'm flipping this one for 2 food because that's active. Takes me to 2 food. I'm flipping, at this point, if adjacent to a development that produces water, I may pay 1 food to gain 3 water. So that's where we're at this point in time. The next thing we're going to do, I don't have to spend any of these for that. So now, if we come over here, I can, if your leader is on a development that produces that, which it is, you may spend up to 6, gaining 1 gold for every 2 spent. I'm going to spend a water to play this for its boosted action, which gets me 6 of that, so that gets me 1, 2, 3 gold. So we've got the gold that we need to buy the Colosseum. So I'm going to buy the Colosseum for 4. And then I need to spend a food here, bang, pay 1 of any resource to double the AP generated by another card played for its boosted action. So I'm going to pay a stone, I'm going to pay a water to take this boosted action, and I'm going to pay a gold to increase that to 9, so that is 18. I need 19, and this gets me 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still have 3 culture left over. I'm building the Colosseum in round 2. Get that up, yeah. How good's that? So that gets me 2 stability and 1 capacity, taking my movement up to 4 now. What a glorious turn. And now I will buy an advanced action card, which will be Chariot Racing. And I don't have any gold, so I can't buy anything else. So that's it. We'll leave that one there. Do I want to spend this one to get a water? No, don't need to. So that'll be our turn. So this moves across. That was a crazy turn. That is crazy. This plague's going to cost us though, because we really needed to get rid of it that turn. What a shame. We have 3 trade agreements available now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These slide across. That goes here. Gazebo. I should have taken a level 2. No, that's fine. Now we just need to focus on that. These 3 come back. This goes here. I got 12 points from playing that. That takes us to 28. 1, 2. There's a strife. Okay. So I can spend 4 of that to return that card. Discard a card to gain 2 resources of its colour. We do not need that. This show of force will be our movement card for the turn. It's a 4 thanks to our capacity. So over here, I want to I want to get some gold. So I can spend 2 of that. I can spend food. The villa cost me 2 gold and 7 of that. So I can use chariot racing. Excellent. Excellent. Chariot racing gets us 6 lore and it allows us to ready a gold. Our show of force, we're going to move 1 to here onto this farm. We're going to move 1 to here onto this farm. We're then going to discard this for a gold, and then going to play chariot racing, which allows me to ready that. That allows me to do it again for another gold. So that's 2 gold, and I'm now going to spend that 2 gold on this villa, and I'm going to place that not adjacent to the capital down here. When I gain that, I gain 2 population, 1, 2, takes me to population 1. And then I also gain 3 victory points. However, to actually buy this card, by the way, I need to spend 6, 7, so that'll be the 7th thing that we need. Excellent. Bringing that farm ever closer for our next farm. Perfect. So I still have, where was I here? 1, 2. I still have 2 movement left. So do I try for a short-term trade agreement? Yes. Yes. Okay, here we go. So we'll move 1, 2. We're going to do a short-term trade agreement here. We're going to flip this to get us 3 for that trade agreement. That's what we needed. Bang, I gain 1 brick now, and then another brick now. Sorry, not a brick, an iron, and end that agreement. I'll spend the iron now to do this boosted action. I can reduce my population by 1 or pay 1 food to gain all of the things on this card. I'm going to flip this to gain 2 food because this is active, and I'll spend the 2 food to discard that card and gain these back. And then I still have not used this. I'm going to keep this in my hand. I'm going to use this onager as movement now. So that's going to get us a 4 movement. And I'm going to move over to the bridge, or up 1 to the bridge, and place out an influence token on that. When you do that, you have to pay a brick to maintain the bridge. Oof. And now I'm going to move on to the capital, and then I'm going to put another influence there, and I'm going to use that to discard a capacity or a population. Yeah, I'm going to discard a population to move up my stability to 4, and that's my turn. And we can hope that we get a few more strife. I had to pay 2 gold to do that. Yep. Yep, no, that's fine, we'll do that. Yep. So I think we're maxed out. So this is our last turn. So once again, we've been effective with our turns, possibly. We'll find out soon. Another level 2. What do we got? The Circus Maximus. Excellent. I've got 2 strife, and I have not. I've got enough to build a farm, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough gold to buy it to build a farm. Am I going to have enough gold to build a farm? Maybe. Maybe. This game's so good. I highly recommend people get on this game. So if I build the farm, That's going to shore up my gold supply, which will allow me to pay off those loans. I've also got banking, so I'll be able to pay off another loan. And then I just need to build one more development down the bottom right. So we have to play an influence token on the capital, and we're going to use that for the festival, which is to pay a gold to return strife equal to our thing. So we can return these 2 strife. Great. I have to play a card for movement, and my current movement is 4, thanks to my capacity. So I think we play Onager. No, we play Merchant for 4. And this is how we do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get the gold? Yes! Yes, I can. So I want to be able to use my influence token on the main board to be able, on the capital to be able to return these 2. To do that, I need a gold. I also want to build the farm. I need 3 gold for that. I can't do both, I don't think. Instead, I'm going to build this aqueduct. It's the same cost, but it's only 2 gold. The way I'm going to get 2 gold, 3 gold. I need 3 gold. Gain a gold equal to the number of farms adjacent with influence tokens. Spend 2 and pay 1. So over here, I can spend 2 and 1 food to gain a gold. I don't have a food, but I can gain a food from this. We're going to come 1 short here, aren't we? 1 gold to do both. I'd really like to build that farm. I need that. The question is how many strife have I got in my deck, and do I need to clear the strife this turn? It would be good. It would be nice. Yeah, I've got 2 strife, so that's 4 strife. So clearing them this turn would be really useful. Do I just play it safe and then do another movement and set up a trade agreement? Yes, we play it safe. Okay, that's boring. I like doing crazy shit like building the Colosseum on round 2. Use this for movement. It's another 4. I'm going to use this to gain a gold, and I'm going to spend the gold to then return 2 strife from that. I'm going to flip this to gain 2 food. I could pay a food to gain some water. I could also spend that to pay 1 and gain a gold. We're fine. I'm going to flip this to gain 2 red iron. 1, 2, that'll set, oh, wrong button again, Deno, you're on fire. 1 there. Did I return the 2 strife? Why is that strife on top of my deck? Yeah, I returned the 2 strife. Cool. So then I've got 2 more influence things to go. I can just take a water, or I could just leave that to get me extra gold when I need it. And I think we'll do that. We'll leave those 2 there. So I've got 4 movements. I'm going to move 1, 2 to here. And then I'm going to spend a food here to put up an active trade agreement. which will gain me one of those right now, and another one at the start of the round, which I'm just going to take now so I don't forget. And I'll flip that over, and then I've still got 2 movement. So I'm going to move 1 to the villa, and 2 to the farm, so I can reset my farm generation for next turn. That's it. I had to spend that onager with the food to level that up. Pretty good round, pretty good round. Unfortunately, this Circus Maximus goes away, and that farm goes away. Ugh. But I do feel like clearing the strife was the safer option, even if it wasn't the funner option. 2, 3, 4. We'll put out another level 2, sure, why not? Ooh, a temple. The watchtower would get us an immediate level up of our hand size. I would like that. These all go. Get out of here. Formation. Mancio. Siege tower. Oh, trash a card in your hand. I would like that. I would like that. Okay, so let's just reflect on our objectives again, shall we? The Roman wall, develop all territories along the southern border. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to build 1 more development. Excellent. Then we need to build the Roman wall. So spend 2 bricks, 3 bricks, and 6 bricks. All needs to happen in 3 different turns. Now, I need to have a bit of brick generation, which fortunately we do. Over here, once per turn, you may pay 1 water to gain 3 brick. So we will be able to do that because we've got plenty of water coming in. Once per turn, you may pay 1 food to gain 3 water. So bang, bang, those 2 work together to get us the bricks that we need. I just need to have tokens on them. I won't be using my bridge. The next thing that we needed to do for our objectives is clear all of those strife, which we've done. So that one is complete. I think you mark that with this. That's what you mark with these for anyway. But this one's complete. We've just got to do the last of this. So all we need to do in our turn is do this. Now currently we have negative points in our deck to the tune of 10. We need to score 18 points to be successful. And if we have minus 10 and our current score is 31, we have successfully won. So all we need to do is complete the Roman wall, and we've done it. We've won the game. It is easy. Don't be cheering all at once. 4, 5. Yeah. We'd like to see no strife or loans. Great. That is great. Oh, ready and influence. That's going to get us some gold. Can I build the watchtower? I need 9 because of my invasions. I would like that to give me extra hand size. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. I need 2 gold. Yeah, so I just use this, this, and this to get that. That I can use, that's my movement card. So 4 movement. Let's go. We'll place out an influence here. We'll move 1 to here, so it's down to 3 movements. 2 to here, down to 2 movements. And the Colosseum lets me get a lot of culture. It lets me get 8 culture. So, is that what I need though? Yeah, we'll do it just in case. Just in case we need that. We have to pay a brick to place a token there, thanks to upkeep, same as the bridge. So that was all of our movement. I'll spend a brick here to level this up. I will spend a food here to level this up. So I get to pay one resource, it'll be a red one, to double the AP generated by this. I don't know if I have to pay a red one as well, but I'm going to. So I'm getting 8. That'll be 9. Oh, that's 6 as well. That's nice. I'm just literally using that to ready that thing. That's fine. So we're going to build this watchtower. We need 2 gold for that. Here's the first of our gold. We'll then ready that. Here's the second of our gold. Here's 2 food. Here goes the watchtower. Bang. When we build the watchtower, we score 3 points. 1, 2, 3, that's 34. We also move our power up, so we're now 6 hand size. Great. And over here, I'm going to pay 1 food to gain 3 water. And then I'm going to pay 1 water to gain 3 food. So I'll say 3 brick. 1, 2, 3. So now I'm going to spend the first of the bricks that we need here to mark off the 2. And we now just need to mark off the 3 and the 6, and we've done our objective. This game's easy. I don't know what people are talking about. 1, strife, excellent. 2, 3, banking, I need a loan card. 4, plague, loan. Yes, I need gold, but okay, interesting. So this goes into my projects area. These come back. Alright, so I think we probably just use this Colosseum ability to pay 2 of the stone to gain gold. Sorry, that can stay there. And then, thanks to banking, I'll spend another brick to return 1 from my hand at a cost of 1 gold. So that is gone. So that's negative points moved away, and that's leveled up and done. Now the strife, I can get rid of that with 4 of that. I have a water, so I'm going to level that up and return the strife by spending 4. That leaves me with an onager. And yeah. So I'll spend 1 water to gain 3 brick. I'll then spend the 3 brick to take the second action on building the Roman wall. While we're here, we're going to flip that to gain a water. And that'll pretty much be it, I think. I think we've won from here. So I'll use my other card as movement. For movement 4, 1, 2, and we'll just stop there. And that's it. So the plague is in our hand. So we start that there. Our hand size is still 6. This is our 3rd turn. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, portable abacus. 4, 5, 6. These have all slid down. We'll put another level 2 there. The temple. Castra. The domus. Cool, so I'm going to pay this cost. And let's pay a food to get rid of that and gain this back. That goes into our discard pile. I'll use my ability to pay a water and gain 3 brick. I just need to do that 1 more turn and we're fine. What can we build? What can we build? Use the boosted action of up to 2 attribute cards. This can only be dealt towards building a thing. So I could build the Domus. That seems fine. Give me 2 more population. I need the gold. So let's spend that water to draw a card. Draw 2 cards, sorry. 1, 2. Excellent. We will spend the show of force, will we? Oh, yeah. Haha. I love this game. I'm going to use this show of force as a movement, I think. Is that right? No, it'll be public appearance as a movement. So that's 4 movement. We'll put 1 here. 1, 2, 3. 4. We will then spend this for 2 food and this for a gold. Gold. And we'll use our card here to ready that. Then we'll spend it again to get another gold. There's the 2 gold we need. That's done. I will then spend that 2 gold to buy this Domus. I need 8 of that. I'm going to spend a brick to take the leveled up action. Use the boosted action of these 2 cards for free. So it'll be 4 and 3. And then I'll flip that. That gets us the 8 that we need. We're going to go over here. We're going to build that here. Gets us 2 food. Gets us 2 population. And gets us 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. We'll try and build 1 more level 2 before the end, I think. We've also revealed some enemies, which we shan't be fighting. And then I do have the option to do this. I'm going to pay 2 food to get 6 water. So I could play this level up and get gold and capacity for each space reduced. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to spend a water and I'm going to reduce my thing by 4. So my capacity will go to max, but more importantly, I'll get 4 gold. So that one's done. Sweet. Do I want to do any of this? I'll get 2 food for that. And buy an advanced attribute, I guess. Buy the Mancio for free. That'll do. And 2 food or 2 water after you gain any of that. Yeah, I'll spend that as well to gain 2 food. Oh, what a turn. What a turn. Let's build another level 2 if we can. What do we got? Oh, there we go. A Temple of Bacchus. That's where the points are. Hand size 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've only got 1 more turn after this, but that is okay because we have 6 to get us what we need. Pottery, a strife, merchant, senator, and the Mancio. I'd like to buy another one of these. This temple would be nice. 11 technology looks out of our reach with this hands. Just out of our reach. We can only really afford to build 1 more. Gold is the question. Oh, we've got heaps of gold. where I am right now, I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to flip it straight away to gain one of those bricks. And then I'm going to spend my water to gain 3 bricks to go up to 6. And then, no, I can't do that because I need the fountain. So I'm going to use one of these cards as movement, and it will be the Senator card. So we're movement 5 now. We're going to move 1 to here, 2 to here, 3 to here, 4 to here, 5 to here. Now we can spend the 1 water to go to 6. We'll then spend the 6 to complete the Roman wall, and we've completed all of our objectives. So we've done all of our movement from Senator. I need 4 to return that strife. I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, or just, sorry, 1, and then an extra 1 to clear that off. So that is gone. That is done. And now I can afford to buy this Hospitium if I want. I do probably want to buy a level 2 though. So the temple requires technology. I can get technology from that. So those are not really helpful to me. Temple of Bacchus's technology. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep... How many cards have I got left in my hand? 3. So I might spend 2 gold, 1, 2, to buy Textile Merchant. And that should buy us just an extra turn. And we'll keep all those in hand. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. There's a loan. Sorry, I'll do my little gold and food trick so I get 1 more gold and 2 more food. And these are both gone. Oh, I could have flipped that to make that attribute 2 less, so I'll do that. So we've actually got 5 gold available to us right now. Wrong button again, Deno, having a shocker. I'll spend 2 gold to clear the loan out of my deck. That's no negative points, that's amazing. And then I'm going to spend 3 to get this temple into my hand. So I need to somehow manufacture 11 technology. That's 3 from that fountain. That's 3 from that physician spending a water. So we're at 6. We need to come up with 5 more. And we'll play this chariot with a food for 4. And then we'll flip this for the last one. That allows us to build the temple. We can build the temple here. That gets us 5 victory points. So we go to 42. And it gets us a wisdom and a stability. And that's it. I don't think we get any points for resources or anything like that at the end of the game. So I've got 2 cards left in my deck. I've got no strife or anything like that. So, well, let's count up our score. It's 41. 42. Do I lose any points at the end of the game? I don't remember. End of the game. This is such a banger. Such a straight up banger. End of the game. Winning the game. Completing edicts. You must complete all printed edicts. There are 2 types. Fulfill all stated and attain the glory point total. That's it. Well, I've got no negative points in my deck. So given that we needed to get 18, I feel like that is a crushing victory for the forces of Marcus. He was quite a challenge for me because my normal approach in this game is to go fight up all these little idiot barbarians because they give out good gold. And then you buy red cards, and red cards get you more hand size with power, red developments, and that then allows you to do more things sort of effectively. Yeah, same developer as Radiance, yeah. His name is Joe Clipful. And this game is, yeah, look, I'll share with you guys for the few people that are watching. This is my number 2 solo game of the year. It is that good. It is that good. So, yeah, I can't speak highly enough of it. I will say, I think, maybe this is me. I have a tendency to say this, and maybe I look like a pillock, I don't know. I find it a bit easy. Other people say they find it very difficult. Maybe it's just the fact that I play lots of games that I find these things easy. But yeah, in as I said at the start of the video, the stream, I was playing on basically the most difficult level, expert with standard game, and I was just crushing it, scoring 60 odd points and whatever. Yeah, so it's very much about chaining and sequencing your actions and utilising your cards effectively, just like Mage Knight. It's a great game. I wonder if I did this, if this would make for a better board experience. Because I'm trying to make it interesting to film, and I really don't want to have different things. Anyway, I'm gibbering now. I have got another little game here, which maybe it's worth having a little crack at. What's the time? 8:30. Yeah, look, let's have a little dibble dabble. I've never played this one, so this could be a train wreck. Could be awesome though. You might be able to help me. I bought it to have a little play of it with Mossy to see if she would like it. So far we haven't got around to playing it as yet, but yeah, I think she'd probably like it. Yeah, it is high praise. Doo-doo-doo. Look at this cool game. Geez, the artwork's popping there, isn't it? Harmonies. Yeah, bought to play with Mossy. I think it looks pretty good. She'll like it, maybe. Doesn't look too difficult. We should be able to pick it up and play without any difficulties at all. Oh, what are the clear ones for? Maybe we are in trouble here. Fun, fun, fun. So I have this, but it's on the solo side. Yep, there. And then I have one of these. There. There maybe. We have this giant bag of stuff, and then these are all the cards. So we've got animal cards. Oh yeah, this is a scoring thing. Yeah, I keep trying to find games that Mossy will want to play. She doesn't generally want to play too many of them. But I thought these are the special ones, aren't they? Yeah, I won't use them. I think they're optional. Setup. Place the central board, put all the tokens in the pouch, fill the spaces, shuffle the animal cards and place 5 face up. And then side A of the personal boards. What side is that? It's supposed to be this way. Cool. Side A. Where does it say the A? Not sure. And then these are the animal cards. So I'll just shuffle these. I should probably get sleeves for these. Wonder if I've got sleeves in the right size already. Are these ones the right size? Ooh, could be, could be. Wouldn't you know it? Look at that. All right, well, I don't want to sleeve cards on stream because that'll just provide a really unenjoyable experience for everyone. So I'll just, oh no, I will. I can't have a great shuffling experience. With these cards. All right. Anyway, so this game's called Harmonies. It's a game of picking up little tiles and placing them on the board, and then you trying to make combinations of tiles, and then you make animals, and that's it. And if you've played Cascadia, it'll feel pretty familiar because I feel like Cascadia has a lot of similarities. It's place your location in the right spot, place your tile, and then put out an animal on it and try and do things with your animal patterns. Sounds fine. We can go quicker than this. Yeah, I'm not giving up what my #1 game of the year is as yet for solo. Really good year for games. I have played a very large number of games this year. One of the things, so I'm recording my video this weekend, one of the things I'm going to do on the video is do a screenshot of each of my plays of the games that I am nominating. Because I do feel like it's important to show your receipts, as it were, prove that you've actually played the game. I love the board game content creation space, right? There's lots of lovely, wonderful people, but there is a tendency for people to overhype games, and there's a tendency for people to promote games because they've received freebies. I still enjoy those people's content as well. Like, I still enjoy watching people talk about board games with excitement and enthusiasm. I do it. I don't generally play a lot of games on the channel that I don't like, and I think that's a really important point. You don't play stuff you don't like, you know? So if you see me play it on the channel, there's a strong possibility that I enjoy it, or I want to understand why people enjoy it, i.e. Robinson Crusoe. But I do think that when you are speaking as somewhat of an authority on something, that you should hopefully speak from a place of authority, i.e., yes, I do have knowledge and experience in this particular field with which I am speaking with authority on. So by showing my receipts, as it were, by showcasing all of the games that I've played this year, that should give us a good understanding into how effectively I rate it. Like, I think most of my games that are on my list have been played at least 5 times. Sometimes they've been played more than that. One particular game has been played 57 times. So, yes, okay, I'll just make sure I've set everything up right. Five animal cards, those little things, yep, that's it. The player to have last seen a magnificent landscape. Well, that's me. I've seen some magnificent landscapes recently. Out the back of my house. All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So all we do on our turn is we must pick one of these 3 piles, and then the second thing we can do is also take an animal tile. So this little animal tile looks pretty good. It's yellow and greens. And so I could take that and immediately fill that. Now the second thing you've got to factor in is how many points you're getting from your landscapes. So it's 5 points there for a meadow of 2 or more tiles, I think. Let me make sure I've got that right. Yellow scoring. Fields for each field formed of 2 or more contiguous, yeah. Single field is only worth 5 points. Okay, so we want to do that. So I think this is the one I'm going to take. These two. I can go over here. And I am going to take this lady beetle tile. So now we put out little animals on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like amber. They've got little dots in them. Little bubbles. That's cool. I wonder if that's supposed to be like that. It's like it's like Jurassic Park. Okay, so I want to make as many little contiguous things as I can. So if I go like that, I have achieved this animal tile, so I can place that little animal tile there. So that's my turn. Very cool. These all go back in the bag. And at this point I realise that I'm going to swap this to this side because I'm right-handed. And that is going to be much more effective for me. You do replace the animal tile. Cool. Yeah. All right. So 1, 2, 3 up the top. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. Okay, so what do I want out of these? Now this green one will let me put out another lady beetle. That would be nice. This would also let me build a building. So you need to have a building built to be able to get the points. So yeah, if you have a grey followed by a red, that's just a straight up building. And each building is worth 3 points, I'm pretty sure. Buildings, you score 5 points for each building, but only if it's surrounded by 3 different colours. I only consider the top token on each space. Okay, so if I put that there, then I just need 1 more colour. Okay, so I'm taking this tile, or this tile rather, these 3, and I'm going to place this grey down first, followed by this red, followed by this here, and that's going to again get me another little animal there, another little lady beetle. Now do I want to take this? So I need to put 2 trees there. I don't need to take that as yet. Let's have a think. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was the first 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, water. Water's interesting. This one's about trees as well. Oh, water, yellow. Some little raccoon guys. So water, yellow. Now I need 2 or more contiguous yellows to make that. If I place this yellow here, that will actually trigger another lady beetle. So I think I'm going to take one of these yellow ones. If I take this green one here, I have to place that out now. You have to place it. So if instead I took this red one, there's no other good ones for the red buildings at this point in time. Place 1 animal cube. Take 1 animal card. Habitat pattern can be in any orientation. Take and place tokens. Never place, can be stacked. Yeah, you have to place the tokens. Okay, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to start a new yellow one here, which is going to place an animal there. Little lady beetle. And then I need another yellow here. I'm going to try for this water maybe one of these two water ones. Probably this one, because I need 2 trees adjacent to that. 2 trees adjacent to that, so I could go there and there for water. So let's place that one there, and then let's place this one here. Cool. Yeah, you're right. Yep, you are right. Yep, good call. I could have done that. Okay, that's a good start with our tree there. Oh, no. One, two, three. Okay, I think this one's definitely the option. Definitely the option. We could get some penguins here, little penguins. So yeah, let's do this for sure. And if I want this tree situation, I need to place the water there. And then if I place that there, I can take a penguin. And then I'll place this one here, because we want to put a big tree there to try and get that one. And we're not going to be able to get that one, the alligators. This here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take the penguin. 1, 2, 3. New animal. Oh! These will go back in. All right, we need to see another brown. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a perfect. Look at that. That is a perfect one. 1, 2, 3. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I'm taking that one. 3 browns. I'm taking that one. So we go brown and we go green and we've finished our tree there. And then we go yellow here. So that gets us another lady beetle. And we have our penguin as well. Sorry, we could have placed that out last turn. And now if I take, yeah, so I think we are going to go for this, whatever that animal is. Hedgehog. Cool, little hedgies. Little hedgehogs. Great. These all go back in. So this game's just like pretty cozy, pretty neat. Oh, that's great. I want that. Oh, you only need 1 on there for green. You don't need 2. Do I need 2 for the others? Okay, so it's actually just that, isn't it? Yeah. Still the same, still the same. So 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. Exactly the same. Give me something different. 1, 2, 3 there. Ooh, a water and another field. Another grey one. So that's probably going to let us get a water situation happening. So if I went there, that would get... Oh no, that doesn't help us. But now if I went here and here, that helps us. We can get another penguin out there. So let's do that. And this yellow one, if I can get one more lady beetle out, I need another low green. So if I put this here, I could put a green there, and then maybe I can get another yellow to get more points for that. So that's fine. I just need 1 tree for my hedgehog. So that's it. I don't want to take any more animals at the moment. You're allowed to take 4 animals, aren't you? Is that right? 4 animal cards. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's probably not an option. 1, 2, 3. That is a strong possibility. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's okay. So this water and 2 trees might be an option for us. We're getting close to the end of the game because the game ends if I've only got 2 tiles left on my board. So if I put a grey one here, I can put out my last penguin. So we want to do that. I need a green tree so I can put out one of my little hedgehogs. Oh, hang on a second, I've fucked my hedgehog, haven't I? No, that's that. Yeah, that's fine. Your water, you get points if it's connected, so we've done a rubbish job on that. My mountains need to be next to each other in a range, so I've done that, that's good. I don't want any of these tiles. I think I'll have to take this one. I mean, I could take the 2 water and the tree and go 1, 2 water, and then we've got a long water thing. This is a fun little game. So I need to put a lid on that. You annoying rubbish game. How many points does your river get? 5 points. Let me understand river points. Rivers. The length of a river determines the number of points you score. Count the number of tokens from one end to the other by the shortest path. If the river's path contains more than 6... Oh, wow. So that's big points for rivers. What is the difference? What's blue? Oh, this is the normal tile. Okay. B side is more for water. Ah, sweet. Okay, so that's actually just river tile there. Great, so that's the difference. I think, so I'm leaning towards this one because I can use both of these here, and that'll get me a tree, and tree will be worth 7 points if I put a green there. And then I can put this one here for a little river, and that's fine. That doesn't get me anything. I still want to put a grey there so I can get my last penguin out. Can't do anything with this tree. If I instead went this tree here, nah, that's bats. I don't want that. All right, we need greens. We need lots of greens and greys. So, all right, not a great start. Oh, the grey's actually not too bad. That one could be okay. There's a green, a yellow, and a river. Oh, look, it's going to be that one for sure. So we build a house. Perfect. We take this grey one here, and that puts our penguin out. And then we put this little guy here, and that puts out our lady beetle. Yeah! And now all I need is one more green and one more yellow. So this is my last turn. 1, 2, 3. Oh, green, green, brown. Oh, we probably take that. Yellow, brown. Yeah, I probably need yellow and green. Oh. So if I put that yellow there, that's worth 5 points. If I put that green there, that lets me at least get one of my little hedgehogs out. Did I get that right? Yes, there. Goes on the house. And then this one goes here. Or, if I don't do that, if I instead go this way, this is worth 7 points. Still gets the thing out there. And then I get a brown. And if I happen to get a grey in my last turn, at least I could take some bats. Yep. Yep. So I'll just put that there. So yeah, that's a better option, I think. And then if I can get a grey and a yellow, that would be perfect. Hang on, do you get one more turn after you do it? The kingfisher will give me 5 points bottom leftish. No, I need to be a 2 tall. tree for that, I think. Is that the kingfisher? Yeah, it's a 2 tall tree. I wonder if my zoom works. What do you complete? Your animals side. I don't know what that means. Your completed animals go to the side as well. Here. Now you need 1, 2, 3 on that one and that one. But that's 1, 2, yeah. So that shape is there, but that tree needs to be 3 high, and this one's only 2 high. So that doesn't complete it, I don't think. This one doesn't help us. Yeah. So we'll just want a grey for a bat. Let's just see triggering game end. Oh, we have to take a nature spirit, do you? End of game. End the current round so that all players have an equal number of turns. No, so that's it. So that is it. Game over, man. Okay, so now we score points. End of game. Tallying points, pages 8 to 9. Okay, so there's a little scoring thing in here. I have got a felt here. I might use my Kingdom Death pencil. Very appropriate for this this game. It's all about death and destruction. TD. Alright, so green trees. We score trees for the height of them. So these two are worth 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus that one is 16. 16 points for that. And then mountains. So we have a mountain range of 3, which is worth 1, 2, 3. And then fields, we have 1, 2 fields for 10 points. And then houses, so you only get 5 points for them if they're adjacent to 3 different colours. So here, this one is adjacent to yellow, green, 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 so not points for that one. This one is, so it's getting 5 points, but we don't lose points for this one. And then I've got a 2 long river, and that's worth 2 points. How nice is that? And then animal cards. For each animal card, you score the number of points indicated in the topmost thing without an animal cube. So we got 17 for that little guy. We got 16 for that little guy. We got 5 for that little guy. And that's it. Nature's Spirit. Solo mode. Oh, place a central board. You only place 3 animal cards face up for solo. That's fine. Cool. They score per adjacent in the range, do they? Is that how they work? The height of each mountain determines the number of points you score. Is it different on the B side, maybe? No. No, animals, mountains, it just says, should be able to zoom in there. The height of a mountain determines the number of points you score. However, a mountain is worth 0 points if it is not adjacent to another mountain. So they're just 1, 2, 3 for them. Fields need to be 2. Buildings, but only if it's surrounded by 3 tokens of different colours. So that was not it. Only consider the top token. Length of the river. Yep, no, we got that right. No, you're not a scrub, mate. You've helped me tremendously. So 16 and 3 is 19, 29, 36, no, 34, 36. 17 and 16 is 33, plus 5 is 38. giving me a score of 74. I don't know if that's a good score or not. But that's a fun game. I like that a lot. I'm going to add both of those to the app. And we'll do that now. I don't know what the strategy is in that game, but I like it. I like it a lot. Played Covenant 4 players on Tuesday night. Tremendous game. So this one we need to add harmonies. That took... Geez, that didn't take long, did it? That's a neat little game. That is a neat little game. Home. 74. Save. And then we also played Rome, Fate of an Empire. My best score was 101. In Rome, Fate of an Empire. What was it? 42. Did I track what person I've used for that? Yes. So that was Marcus. Victory. Excellent. Covenant, how long did it take? It took us 2 hours to play. Maybe even a little bit less, actually. But it took about 30 minutes to teach. It was a long teach. But my group's pretty sharpish. So we were able to get through the teach pretty comfortably. There was not a lot of questions. There was not a lot of confusion. Yeah, it was great. I scored 109, by the way. That was that was a banger. 109 points, which is the first time I've cracked 100, which is awesome. But yeah, one of the other guys scored 100, and he did a thing that I've never done, which is he just fought monsters the whole game. And I've thought that was the worst strategy, and he just did it in his first game and cracked 100. So it's got some legs, that game. I think I can't decide between Recall and It, which one is my favourite of the two. They're kind of jostling for position in my rankings for the year because they're quite similar games. Paul Grogan's playing Recall tomorrow night on his channel, so I'm looking forward to watching that. It's a really good game, and it'll be good to see how he approaches it. Oh, I'm tempted to just play that again a couple of times. That's a nice little game. I feel nice about that. Makes me feel good. Yeah, but we won't. I'll save that. Maybe Mossy and I can play that on the weekend, and we can record a little playthrough of that together. I think she'd like that. The only problem with it, it's not a problem, it's a great asset of it, is actually a fair bit of thinking in that. It's a fair bit of decision making. Being able to think, okay, I want to take this because I score points for trees, but then I need to place out mountains, but then I'm also trying to get animals. There's a lot to that. So that's a nice place for it to be in. You didn't have 4 of the punch boards. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Yeah. I've heard of a couple of people that had that happen, where their quality control may be just not quite as good as we would like it to be. That's a shame, because I really enjoyed it. All right, well, I'm probably back tomorrow playing Leviathan Wilds. If that doesn't happen tomorrow, it'll be Saturday for a live stream of Leviathan Wilds. Sunday, I'm getting started on the Grim Coven figures for painting, so that will be fantastic. We're gonna blitz through all of the terrain and all of the little guys first, and then we can get into painting the fun stuff, which is the big monsters and the characters. So yeah, we'll be starting that on Sunday. I might start some of it earlier than that, but that is when That's when we'll start painting it on stream. So yeah, and just what's coming to me? What's Let's Play Games sending me? Ashes Ascendancy. Come on, I just literally got a notification for Ashes Ascendancy. Get around it. Oh, that's good too. Yeah, let's just have a little look at my insights. I'll zoom in, see if that works. Yeah, there we go. So 2025, 344 plays. Currently tracking 1 game per day. Pretty nice. I'm happy with that. That also doesn't include about the 50 Kingdom Death sessions I played, because I don't track that. So this is the 69 different games that I've played this year. And of those 69, 52 were new games. That's a cool stat. I have chased a lot of new games this year. I've chased a lot of new games. I don't normally go quite as hard on that. Wonder how many I did last year. Yeah, 43 new games. 52, okay. Year before that, yeah, I didn't track them that year. 17, yeah. So I've definitely ramped up this year in a big way. Just because I've been really enjoying the board gaming. Ashes, Hadrian's Wall, Skytear Horde, Grim Covenant's cranked up to 12 plays, get around it. Civolution 12 plays, Unstoppable 11, Leviathan Wilds 10, soon to be probably 12. Kinfire Chronicles 10, Old King's Crown 9. Ticket to Ride Legacy, that's actually 11. I just forgot to track 2 of the games because we're about to finish the campaign on Tuesday, the 12th game. Elder Scrolls, I counted each... What did I count each session as? I played 4 full campaigns of Elder Scrolls, and then I played 2 individual days, so that's nice. Earthborn Rangers Legacy of the Ancestors, played that. Station Falls had 7 plays. Legacy of You, awesome little game. Uprising, 6 games of Mage Knight this year is amazing. I'm so happy about that. I did the Dragon Eclipse campaign. I played 6 games of Fliptown. Dungeon Alliance. The Anarchy, I've only played 5. I've got to play more of the Anarchy before the end of the year. Rome Fate of an Empire is actually 6 or 7. Small Time Heroes, Escape the Dark Castle. Radiance, I got 4 games of Radiance in. Twilight Inscription. Recall, 4 games. Covenant was how many? Covenant was 8. That's probably a statistic that puts the favour in Covenant. So maybe I need to play more Recall to level that up a bit. Coffee Traders was awesome. Mistborn the Deck Builder was awesome. Expeditions was awesome. Defenders of the Wild. I like Defenders of the Wild. Probably not my favourite. Black Rose Wars. I played a few solo games of that. It was a challenge to justify it solo. It's a good game otherwise. And then some games down here that probably are better than their ranking would make them look. Starship Captains was pretty fun for a little CGE game. The Kinfire Delve series. I played more than one of that. I've played a lot of those. Massive Darkness 2. I've definitely played that before in the year that I didn't track it. Skyrise, Harmonies. Age of Atlantis was fine. Paladins of the West Kingdom, I've actually played 2 of that. Mosaic was pretty good. Andromeda's Edge. What about the game I played by myself? I played a 4-player game of that, 5-player game of that the other night. I need to add that to the app. Anyway, it's been a great year, is what I'll say. So I'm going to share those stats in the video that will hopefully show off that I have a lot of experience with these games and I can speak with an air of authority about the specifics, the nuances of the game. That doesn't necessarily mean I can speak with authority about how you feel about it, because how you feel is different to how I feel, and that's okay. But I'm looking forward to it. Mossy and I are going to spend a few hours setting up games, taking B-roll, putting them back down, and then I'll record all the videos after that. All right, friends, I'll catch you all again either tomorrow or Saturday and Sunday for painting. So enjoy. Have a great last day, Tom. Have a great day at work on a Thursday, mate. Enjoy. Big Deno out.